Hey guys, Aaron here. It's been a while since I've made a video talking about my updates and treatments with my health journey. So just want to give you a few updates. Unfortunately, I am still getting worse. I've got some stuff in my cheek. I'm still getting worse quite rapidly as I have been for the last couple years, especially the last year or so. So things that have changed, I did the real-time labs mycotoxin mold test. It just came back with slightly high gliotoxin, which after research and talking to that company, um, they're not conclusive that that really is anything of importance. So just to be safe, I am doing a lot of clay and activated charcoal. Um, I recently got results from a very comprehensive blood clotting test because one of my other tests said this may be an issue. Like everything, everything came back completely normal. And this was all the tests they could have done on particulates and blood kind of vein issues like thrombosis and factor 7, things like that. So everything's fine. Um, what else? I've just been doing a lot of testing, a lot more testing. I can't think of all of them now, but more comprehensive tests. I did another 3-day stool test. Everything came back fine for parasites, and these are the best of the best tests. I did a provoked urine test looking for heavy metals and metals, kind of like mercury, aluminum, cadmium, things like that. Slightly high on mercury, but really not that bad. And that was after doing EDTA chelation IV, which then brings all of those into the bloodstream that are usually hiding out in our other tissues. So the provoked test wasn't even that high. So just to be safe, I did about 6 or 7 IVs of chelation EDTA along with other vitamins put in there. Never felt better, never felt worse from those. So really about a month ago from tomorrow, I got hit with a really, really bad flu. And that was after spending, sorry. Oh, you know what? Activated charcoal on my face. And that was after spending 4 days with an acupuncturist, doing 3 intensive treatments a day. So I feel like it was too much for my body, all that treatment, and my body kind of, the combination of me not being able to sleep at night because of neck and shoulder discomfort, which I'll get into in a bit. I just don't sleep well. So my body doesn't have a chance to completely regenerate. So I think it was pushing me too hard with all those acupuncture, and then the combination of that and the combination of me going to Chicago, which was very, very cold. I think my immune system was just had enough. So then I got a horrible stomach flu. And ever since then, I have not been better, and it's been a month now. I just feel just horrible. More run down, and tons of digestive problems, which I really never had prior to this. I'm talking like all of a sudden I have to like sit down and I feel like I'm going to throw up, and it just comes in waves throughout the day. Everything's been worse since then, which is quite scary. Like everything's pretty scary at this point, because nothing's working. A lot of my story. I've done almost coming up to almost 4 years, 3.5 years of treatments from metals to all the different Lyme protocols, tons of ozone, tons of UV therapy, saunas, foot baths, detox baths, all the Cowden herbs, all the Stephen Buhner herbs, all the things to do. The only things I haven't, and I'm so, this whole Lyme diagnosis, I'm such a big doubter because I have zero success with anything I've done. I just continue to get worse and worse. So, and most people get better once they figure out they have Lyme disease. They do a couple treatments and they're feeling better, and it's just a matter of tweaking that until they get well. For me, it's not that case at all. I got a Lyme diagnosis, which I had like 4 or 5 bands on the IGeneX test. But now I know that there are other things. If your immune system's compromised, you can have false positives on those tests. So But I've checked off the metals, I've checked off the mold, and there really aren't that many things that can cause all these symptoms I'm experiencing, like all the intense neurological symptoms. I sold my car about 4 or 5 months ago. I haven't felt safe to drive in about 6 or 7 months. Um, and just the fatigue and the neurological and the not being able to sleep. Some nights I literally don't sleep at all. Like last night, I think I slept 2 hours. And it's just, it's tough. It's beyond tough, and in some of my other videos, I've talked about some of the feeling like you're not like yourself anymore, feeling really dissociated from your life and your body, and feeling like you're floating and that you're not grounded, that you can't feel things as you used to. You feel like you're just kind of a completely like a different person. You don't have access to who you were previously, and I definitely still feel that. Since then, I've been to more, doctors. I've gotten a proper fibromyalgia diagnosis. I've gotten a depression diagnosis from doctors, medical doctors. I've, you know, just lots of diagnoses, and I don't really care about the label. I just want to feel better, and nothing's worked. And I did a test about 5 months ago, another peptide, ELISA, IgG, IgM, Lyme test, very comprehensive. And the doctor that ordered it actually had a consult with the scientist who runs the laboratory. And this scientist, who all he does is run these Lyme tests, was like, "You don't have it. Based on these tests, you do not have Lyme disease." And this is after me doing antimicrobials and treating for a long time. So what's even more disconcerting is that often people say you need to start treatment and then you'll show positive for these tests, because then your body produces antibodies and it shows that it's fighting an infection. What happened to me is I've been fighting for 3 years, and I did this test, and it came back less conclusive than prior to even starting treatment when I did the IGeneX test. So nothing makes sense here. Literally, I'm just trying to keep my head above water. I haven't been able to work in about 3-4 months. Um, I have no idea how I'm going to feel the next day. I have no idea, especially after this flu. I haven't worked out in a month, and for me, that is probably the biggest. For my whole life, I've literally my whole life, ever since I was like 12, 11, always been physically active. I've always been very into movement, and from yoga teacher, massage therapist, rock climbing and martial arts and everything. So to not have the energy and the well-being to work out, I mean, I've lost about 15 pounds, and it's just, it sucks. So yeah. I don't really know. That's about it. I've just been doing more testing. I did a Patricia Kane BodyBio test, um, which you can look into. BodyBio PK protocol has to do with the cell membrane health. So it's kind of eating according to that diet and the supplements that came along with the results of that test. Saying I have some, that test said I have some things wrong with me, but it's not about killing. It's about helping the cells detoxify. So I'm doing that. A lot of it's kind of the certain kinds of fats that my body needs, not just like MCT oils, but very specific. So who knows? I feel nothing. It's been about 3 weeks. I just keep getting worse. So I was seeing an amazing chiropractor about this neck and shoulder pain that's all day now, and it literally prevents me from sleeping. It doesn't matter what pain med, what over the counter, what prescription drug, what marijuana strain, if I massage it or not, there's nothing that connects to what I'm feeling. It's like a throbbing, aching, and it moves around all the time. So that would be more like fibromyalgia pain, but nothing helps it. Nothing. So a very common night for me is literally lying in bed for hours in this delirious, half asleep, half awake state, not able to do anything. I can't sleep, and I'm too tired to move, but I can't fall asleep because I have pain. So it's like a low level torture. It really is. It's like I'm being tortured. So and not being able to sleep well affects everything else. And even nights that I do sleep, I still wake up and I feel like I just took like a hardcore narcotic, even after 9 hours of sleep for the nights that I do sleep. So it really doesn't even seem to make a difference. I mean, I know it does make a difference, but it's just there's still this decline happening. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you have Lyme disease, most likely once if you did everything that I've done, from ozone to herbs to starting to detox, you're probably gonna feel better. Um, I haven't really met, other than maybe like one or two people, that literally don't respond to anything, and that's where I am. Like, I do not respond to anything. I don't herx, I don't improve, and I'm talking like hardcore treatments. Um, like I can just down as much oregano oil and antimicrobials and antivirals. I don't. My body doesn't respond to it. It's like it's not. It's like I'm completely climbing the wrong tree, and I have in this last 4 years. Um, and and I really don't even believe it's Lyme disease anymore. I feel like for me that is not what's going on. It's I don't respond to anything, um, and the latest tests showed I don't even have it, and that's coming from the founder of the company that does the testing. So of course, all testing can be inaccurate. Blah blah blah. You have to look at clinical diagnoses and your symptoms, but you know what? I don't know. I mean, the next step for me, I really don't know. Like, me and my parents, we really don't know what the next step is for me because I'm declining and nothing's helping. So if you're watching this and you have something out of the blue, that may be a test or maybe something that's helped, let me know. I mean, I've even done the live blood microscopy where they look at your blood, um, and they didn't find anything, you know? So that's usually confirms Lyme disease. You see parasites, you see bacteria, you see cells that are messed up. So, anywho, I'll end it here. I may go into. I haven't done a video in a while just because I really haven't been feeling inspired, and I don't right now either. But I'm doing it anyway because I still get messages from some of y'all who have watched some of my videos, or and reach out to me and connect with me. So I feel like I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I just hope that all of you going through your own journeys, or get past this shitty phase of life faster than I am. So that's all. I'll end it there. Reach out to me. I actually really appreciate, even if I don't get back to you, because sometimes I literally can't type. I don't have the energy to think, and I still want to hear from you. So if you watch this and you want to reach out, find me on Facebook. Facebook.com/ the Aaron Bennett, AARONBENNETT, the Aaron Bennett, and you can send me a message there, or you can just search Aaron Bennett and you'll find me. All right, see you guys. Bye.